Hi, everybody. My name is Bob Trezise. I'm President and CEO of Lansing Economic Area Partnership, LEAP, the Global Lansing Region's Economic Development Agency, and we're working on so many projects right now. We're so busy. Our pipeline is full, and we're going to talk about a number of projects here in a minute. But as usual, our approach to economic development is not just brick and mortar and changing skylines and creating jobs, which is awesome, but it's also about changing our culture, both from a placemaking perspective in developing arts and culture and other physical infrastructure improvements to make sure we're a good place to locate, but also we want a cultural sense of entrepreneurialism in business startup, and that is truly the new Lansing. That's absolutely critical to new buildings. If that's the brick, then maybe the mortar that really pieces it all together is the people, and that is entrepreneurialism. And in reflection, Tony Willis, our director here at LEAP of New Economy Division, is here to talk about a really exciting event that was held a couple nights ago here in the Lansing, and to me it was so inspirational. I wish somehow every soul here in the Lansing area, the three-county area, could have seen 250 people at this amazing business pitch competition called the Hatched, right, that LEAP and Spartan Innovation do every month during the year. It could be in Boston or Chicago, Tony, but this event was the granddaddy, sort of the culmination of the year, right?
It was.
LEAP gave away a lot of money to the winners.
Yeah.
But man, oh man, that is the new Lansing. Can you tell us all about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So what Bob just described there was our year-end hatching finale called The Hatched. It took place this past Wednesday at the U Club. It is when all of our monthly winners come back and compete for a chance to win $10,000, a great stage, a great event. All the who's who of the entrepreneurial ecosystem are there that night. So it's really the culmination of what Lansing has to offer in the entrepreneurial ecosystem out there. And it was more than just a spectacle. It was a great event, and by all means, from the caliber of the pitches, from the presenters, to the overall atmosphere and the environment, it was electric that night. It was a great time to be had. And last night's winner was Horizon, which is a great story. They were actually competed just a month ago in the November hatching. Yeah. So they only had about really 2 weeks to get ready for this year-end hatched finale event, and they came all guns blazing, and they were a tremendous team. So,
quite a few people there, Tony, brought their kids who are still in high school or even middle school. I happened to bring my 15-year-old Thomas to the event, and to watch the different ideas from these 10 pitches. These businesses were amazing. I mean, a lot of them were product related. They were super smart. They were presentations where you begin nodding and saying, "Yeah, I need that. That is a great idea."
Those are good signs, right?
Yeah. And so naturally, we work with all these businesses. Right. There's the winner who gets the money, I guess. But LEAP continues on working with all of these businesses, trying to develop them into actual businesses and producing jobs. And
absolutely.
And so from that perspective, and by the way, LEAP does a youth version of this event later next year in 2017, our Youth Entrepreneurial Expo.
Yeah, that's correct. So like you just mentioned, we work with all these companies and all these presenters from just the initiation of the idea all the way to turning the idea into reality from that on. Then for the youth, we do have, you just mentioned, our Youth Startup Expo, which takes place in March, the end of March here. But we have also these 5-minute top events that LEAP sponsors that puts on throughout the Tri-County region. So if your high school is interested in doing an event like this, please reach out to me. We would love to set up infrastructure to have these mini hatching events for the youth to get their feet wet, get the confidence, get the skill set ready to put their ideas to reality.
And LEAP brought together the Michigan Chamber of Commerce and the Eaton Risa Group and has put together a great new partnership. It could be a great business model that goes beyond our region, frankly. But we're all working together, trying to reach out to our schools, develop entrepreneurials, the new business leaders and the new wealth of our region, the new Lansing, so that we're much more like Chicago and Boston and Austin and Columbus and Madison, these benchmarks, right? That we really. Oh, by the way, don't think it's ridiculous. They have a capital city, they have Fortune 500 companies, and they have a major university. Does that sound familiar?
Awfully familiar.
That's us. Tony Willis, thanks for all you're doing. You rock, man.
Hey, thank you, Bob.
All right. On to those projects. Very pleased to let you know also that this is a big week for us at LEAP. Regionally speaking, we support numerous incubators in our region. Some say that we have more incubators than any other area in the state of Michigan right here in Global Lansing community. But LEAP was very pleased to give away $2,000 check to support the services of the Fledge, which is an amazing multi-purpose creative incubator space in Grand Ledge. We gave $5,000 away to the Technology Innovation Center that is run and owned by MSU Foundation in downtown East Lansing, amazing high-tech incubator. We also gave away $3,000 to Joan Nelson and the Allen Neighborhood Center, which is running an incredible kitchen incubator and food exchange program here in the east side of the city of Lansing. We gave away $2,000 to the Michigan Maker Network, which is a really terrific, creative, tinkering, working, manufacturing group of folks here in the Lansing area. And then also $3,000 to the Runway, which is one of only 6 fashion incubators in the United States. Of course, one of them is right here in downtown Lansing in the Knapp's building, the Runway. So congratulations to all our recipients. LEAP is very pleased to be supporting these incredibly important incubator programs to develop entrepreneurs, new businesses, and ultimately new jobs for our entire region. Well, you just heard a snippet of the incredible regional programming that LEAP does in the new Global Lansing community, Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton County. We have so many ways of reaching out and developing our economy into a global environment. But we also do a lot of projects, and this has been a really good couple weeks. Number one is, I naturally can't tell you who, but we have had some major global CEOs here from huge manufacturing companies, and one was here this week from Italy we had an absolutely awesome visit, but I do want to let people know that on a very continuous basis, we are entertaining and showing off and guiding world company leaders right here in the Lansing area, and you're going to see a lot of fruit from these efforts in the future. In addition to that, though, we approved a number of projects this week, and I'd like to go through those real quick. Congratulations to Nick Pope and his team. They're right down here in Rio Town. There's a couple small but beautiful historic buildings right on Washington. These are going to be mixed-use buildings with residential units and retail on the first floor. Blue Owl Coffee, a really nice startup company that LEAP played a pretty significant role in helping get started. And these projects were approved for OPRA's, Obsolete Property Rehabilitation Acts. These are applications that we put together for the city of Lansing, and thank you to Mayor Bonero and to the Lansing City Council for approving these important incentives this week. In addition to that, our LEAP member, but great community business, M3 Group, led by Tiffany Dowling, has been working on a project that LEAP has been helping them on to buy and rehabilitate an incredible historic church on West Saginaw Highway that will now be the new headquarters for M3 Group, which is an amazing public relations and marketing firm here in town. And we were most pleased to help put together that application. And again, thank you to Mayor Bonero and the Lansing City Council for approving that important incentive, and congratulations to Tiffany Dowling for making the investment in the city and in our region. And finally, we're working with Tom Arnold, a really great, very local developer who is working on a 3-story building in Old Town right on Grand River. And this again will be a mixed-use building with residential in the top part of the historic building and retail on the first floor. And again, it's going to be Obsolete Property Rehabilitation Act that we're working with Tom on, and it's going to be a great addition to Old Town. Nearly all of the Old Town buildings, as part of the great Old Town story, have all received incentives over the last 15 years from the city. So incentives have played a huge role in Old Town being what it is today. In fact, it wouldn't be what it is today without those incentives. And then finally, I want to remind all our LEAP members, we have a board of directors of 76 members, and our annual board meeting is this coming Tuesday, December 6th from 3 to 5 o'clock at Dean Transportation. Our LEAP member, Kelly Dean, and Dean Transportation are hosting us and sponsoring us for a great 2-hour meeting, and then our special holiday afterglow party afterwards. So many of you are LEAP members, and I look forward to seeing you at this great meeting. We're going to be talking about our our projects, our preliminary year-end report from 2016, which is phenomenal, and what we're planning on doing in 2017 as a region. And then we're going to have a great guest speaker, my great friend Ron Kitchen, who is president and CEO of Southwest Michigan First, will be our keynote speaker. In the past, we've had the governor, we've had MEDC leadership, we've had Business Leaders for Michigan leadership, president of Michigan State University, and this year we have Ron Kitchen, and he's going to talk about how critical, more critical than ever, economic development is to progress of our communities, and how critical regional economic development agencies like his and like LEAPS are to propelling us into the future for families and for business and for our community. Thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week.